Okay, Bruce has me a little worried tonight. He's been cooped up at home for almost a week, worrying about the cold and his 130-year-old house. Not only did we get about 16 inches of snow, but the freezing temperatures have a good chance of freezing the pipes. It reminds me of a certain movie that I watched. I guess that's what he wants to talk about tonight. Here we go.
Okay, so welcome back. Didn't realize I was going to do this video. It's the third installment of the Blizzard of 2026. Ooh. I don't mean to not take it seriously. I've been trying to let you guys know, if you don't know, how to handle certain little things around your house and stuff like that to get through this without going mental like people do at Walmart and clearing the shelves. The snow's over. It only snowed for the one day. It really did. It only snowed for the one day. And the problem with that is there wasn't the snow. Yeah, okay, so you go one day, can't go anywhere. Stay home. It was a Sunday anyway. Stay home. That's what I said. Next day, Monday, plows are out, cleared the snow. If you have a decent car, we have Subarus, all-wheel drive. If you have to go out, go. If not, stay home. That's what I've been saying. And I went on a whole rant about how, my neighbors suck. Then in the second video, I tried to give you a few helpful hints and, how to take care of your house and little prep work and stuff you need to do. But I did miss a few things, and a few people have brought that to my attention, and that's what I want to talk about tonight. Now, the reason I'm doing a third installment is because Friday and Saturday, I live in Pennsylvania. Right now, it's like -1 outside, I think. Let me just double check, make sure I'm not wrong, because, people always call me out on bullshit. Oh, no, you know what? I'm wrong. It's not -1. It's -3. All right, no big deal. We're in Pennsylvania. Us old people, we're used to it, especially Gen X. We just don't care. My concern is my house. My house is about 130 years old. It's been remodeled. It's a very nice house. I worked my ass off my entire life. So did my wife, so we could have this house. The problem with my house is the pipes. They're all in the basement, and I mentioned that in the last video. So my job as the dad and the man, or whatever you want to call it, you don't have to be a man to have this job, it's just, this is how it falls on me, is to watch these pipes during the low temperatures. Now, considering it got cold on Friday into Saturday, and then snow fell on Sunday, I have not left the house since Friday when I got a few groceries. I think I did go off for a little bit, but I have been watching, and our furnace is on its last legs too. We had it repaired last year. It needs to be replaced. I'm worried it's not going to make it through this cold, especially what's coming over the weekend. So, okay, yeah, my problem. Well, you're probably asking yourself, well, why the hell do I care? Why do you care? Yeah, and you shouldn't. What I'm going to tell you is how I'm getting through it. So hopefully it helps some young people, because young people don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't. They don't know what they're doing. Whether they've not been taught, I don't know. They don't want to listen. I know that. They wait till something breaks and they call dad up.
Oh my God, Bruce, get on with it.
So what we're going to talk about tonight is other little things that I forgot to tell you about. And I'm just going to be randomly talking about it because, I don't script this stuff. I'm just an old guy in a basement. This is what I do. But in staying home this past week, being bored out of my mind, I might add. I like video games, but I can't play video games that much. So that didn't work. Playing with my dogs, yeah. Taught them a couple new tricks. That's awesome. Maybe I'll make a video about that later on. I'm bored out of my mind. I'm feeling myself slowly going crazy. And then I made the mistake today of watching the movie The Shining. And I see Jack Torrance babysitting that furnace, having to turn it up every day, being alone in the cold, checking on the pipes, doing the maintenance, which is basically what I have been doing for the past week at my own house. My wife has been gone. She got a Subaru, like I said. She goes to work, and then she goes out afterwards. She does what she does, and that's fine. But I've basically been stuck here for the past week. And it's making me go a little crazy. Not that kind of crazy. You don't got to call nobody. I'm not going to go after anybody with an axe or anything like that. It's just...
Why do we listen to this old asshole?
Anyway, yeah, what I've been doing for the past week is, especially when the temperature drops really low, but below 20 degrees, is rotating these space heaters that I have on my pipes down here in the basement in my 130-year-old house. And it's important to rotate them. Don't leave one run. Space heaters are dangerous. In fact, one of our neighbors, well, not my neighbors, I don't know the guy personally, but somebody very close by just had their house burn to the ground because of this kind of situation, and it's terrible. And my heart goes out to them. I'm praying for them. If they do a GoFundMe, I'll put a link in the description. They probably should. I don't know what's going on with that. All right, so back to the tips that I forgot to tell you guys about. Got a few more. First tip: if you have a dryer in your basement and it has an X belt that goes out through the wall, you want to go out there and make sure it is not packed with snow, because it's packed with snow, especially if it's a gas dryer. Bad things can happen. So make sure you clear that out before you run your dryer. Your car, when it's really, really cold outside, even if you don't go anywhere, start your car running for about 5 minutes, because there's fluids in there that can freeze and will cause you grief later. Just run it for like 5 or 10 minutes. I don't know, go down to the gas station. If your roads are drivable, go down to the gas station, get a Coke or something. Or in seedy parts of town, go get Coke. I didn't say that. And if you're like me and you're stuck at home and you are bored out of your mind, this is the mistake I'm making. I don't have anything to do. I got my shop going on, but because of the snowstorm and everything like that, everything's slowed down, so I don't have a lot of things to make. Find something to keep you occupied, whether it's a video game, whether you're going to start cooking for your family, or build something, or find something productive to do. Otherwise, you're going to go batshit crazy like I'm pretty much feeling lately. Here's something that I realized on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. Whenever I had to go to the store and get a few groceries, I started up my car, and it was covered in snow, and I dug it out as best I could. Snow was actually blocking the exhaust. And when it does that, your car either won't start or it'll start and sputter out. Make sure you have a clear thing from your exhaust. And of course, I got to mention about the puppies. If you have dogs and it's getting this cold, it's going to be minus 20 on Saturday here in Pennsylvania. Minus 20. I can't remember the last time it was ever like that. Yeah, you got to leave the dogs out. Watch them closely. I mean, legally, here in the borough I live in, you can only leave your dogs out in cold weather for 18 minutes. If it's minus 20 and you leave your dogs out for 18 minutes, you're a jerk. I really want to use a more powerful word for that, but I want this video to get out, so I'm trying not to say asshole.
Oh my God, Bruce, get on with it.
No, dogs know. Dogs know. They know they're supposed to go outside. My dogs know it. I open the door. I usually tie my dogs out so they don't go chase animals and stuff like that. This cold? No, they don't even care. They go out, they piddle, they poop, they come right back in. Take care of your dogs. And if you have any neighbors that are tying their dogs out there and you see the dog suffering, call somebody. It might be an asshole thing to do in your mind for the neighbors, but no. This colder weather, you don't leave your dogs out that long. I would never do it. My dogs get maybe 5 minutes at the most, and I watch them. Maybe that's another reason I'm a little frustrated. I'm starting to turn into Jack Torrance. I don't know. But I love my dogs. They're my kids now. They're my kids. Because I couldn't have grandchildren. Yeah, take care of your dogs. Give them little sweaters, stuff like that. I mean, that helps. I have sweaters for my dogs. Yeah, I'm that guy. I have sweaters for my dogs. But it's that cold. If it's that cold outside, don't you want to wear a sweater? I'm freezing my ass off right now in the basement. That's why I'm wearing this jacket. And when up until now, when have you ever seen me wear flannel shirts? Keeping my ass warm. Back to keeping warm and pipes and stuff like that. Don't crank your thermostat up to 74, 75 degrees because it's going to overwork your furnace. I have to be very careful with this furnace because it's on its last legs. I just want to get through this cold weather, and then I'll be fine. I'll buy a new one next year. I'm not worried about it. But right now I'm worried about it because if it goes, who's going to come fix it? Yeah, keep it at like my recommendation through my experience. Yeah, I know, because you guys think I'm like so good at this. Honestly, my recommendations, especially when it gets really cold, keep it at about between 65 and 68. You can always grab a flannel shirt or a coat. This is an old coat. No, I thought it was a member's jacket, which would make me the last member, but no, it's just a coat I had laying around. A windbreaker, so to speak. Yeah, okay, now your pipes, I talked about pipes the other day, and that's because it's on my mind. Your pipes, you want to keep the room that your pipes are in at least about 45 degrees, because the room's 45 degrees, but the walls are also a lot colder. I can't stress that enough. It's happened to me a couple times in my lifetime. I don't want it to happen here, because after all these years, I finally own a house that I like, and it's a big pain in the ass. If you have any questions, leave in the comments. I mean, I'm not an expert at this. I've just been around a long time. I've been through the blizzard of 93. We had another one in 96, by the way. I mentioned that in the last video. I knew there was one after. I thought it was 94. No, it was actually 96. And it was worse. And we had minus 20 degrees in 96. But my father and I, we were ready for it. And both our houses were fine. So, I'm just trying to help you guys. Teach your kids how to deal with this stuff. It's important. They might only have to deal with it like once or twice in their lifetime, but it's important. That's about all I got. I wish I could be funnier tonight. I'm not going to go through the hedge maze with an axe and chase my dogs because it's too damn cold out there. But yeah, I'm starting to feel like Jack Torrance from The Shining. And I have 2 more days to do this. Hopefully on Sunday it'll warm up a little bit. Oh, one last thing. I think I'm going to do this on Saturday. Because I'm so worried about my pipes freezing. Saturday's going to be 20 below zero. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to shut off the main valve. I'm going to open every faucet I have in the house. Let that water drain down the drain. And just let it go. Because minus 20 degrees is a big deal. If I do that, all the pipes will be empty. They can't freeze. And then deal with it on Sunday. But before I do that, I will put kettles or buckets of water on, I don't know, I'll just pour them out. Make sure I have a little bit of water. Yeah, I'm going to be stinky that day because I won't be taking a shower. So if that suits you, it's just something to think about. Yeah, I'm very scatterbrained because I have not slept since Friday night. I have been up every hour on the hour to check these space heaters and make sure my pipes are good. That's why I'm a little weird tonight. I'm not even drunk. It's 11:30. Yeah, I'm going to have a couple beers, but I haven't had them yet. I'm just that tired. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for putting up with me, and leave comments. If you have a constructive comment to leave to help other people out, please leave it. I just want to help y'all through this. If I can be of assistance, if my old man knowledge can help you, let me know. All right. For now, bye.